Hey there, gossip fam. Ever wonder which A-list stars are screaming at their TV screens during Eagles games, just like us? Well, I've got the inside scoop on 9 major celebrities who bleed green, and trust me, these stories are wild. From Bradley Cooper teaching his little girl to chant Go D, to Will Smith literally banning other teams from his living room. These celebs are just as passionate as any tailgater in the parking lot. And wait until you hear about Miles Teller choosing between his friendship with Travis Kelce and his Eagles loyalty. Ready to find out which of your favorite stars might be sitting next to you at the next home game? Let's dive in. Okay, let's talk about Miles Teller's Eagles drama. And trust me, this is juicy. So picture this, you're friends with Travis Kelce. Your wife hangs out with Taylor Swift, but your heart belongs to the Eagles. That's Miles Teller's life right now. Last year, he was chilling in Travis's box at the Super Bowl. But this time, he's straight up choosing his Eagles over that celebrity treatment. And get this, he's even turned his California girl wife Kelly into a diehard Birds fan. She literally traded palm trees for midnight green. Now that's what I call relationship goals. Am I right? Let's spill the tea on Bradley Cooper, the ultimate A-list Eagle. You know how some celebs just jump on the bandwagon. Not our boy Bradley. His Eagles connection started during Silver Linings Playbook. You know, that movie where he played a hardcore Eagles fan? Well, life totally imitated art because he became besties with team owner Jeffrey Lurie during filming. And now he's got that sweet owner's box access. But here's what makes us love him even more. He's teaching his daughter the game, and she's already yelling Go D from the stands. Like, how cute is that? Talk about daddy-daughter goals. Y'all remember that viral moment when Kevin Hart tried to crash the Eagles Super Bowl celebration in 2018? That's our Kevin Philly through and through. Born and raised in the city. This man literally eats, sleeps, and breathes Eagles football. You'll catch him on the sidelines at games, bringing his kids along, teaching them that Eagles pride. And get this, he's already planning his next Super Bowl stage crash. In his own words, he's not just from Philly. He is Philly. When he says, I am my city, you know he means it. And this year, he's promising an even bigger show if the Eagles win. Okay, so here's the tea on Pete Davidson's Eagles journey. And it's kind of a plot twist. Picture this, a guy who grew up rooting for New York teams suddenly switches sides. Wild, right? But here's what happened. Pete became buddies with Big Dom DeSandro, this super popular Eagles employee who's like the team's unofficial bodyguard. And just like that, Pete fell in love with the whole Eagles vibe. The coaches, the players, everyone showed him so much love that he couldn't help but jump on the Eagles train. Talk about a friendship changing everything. Who knew Pete would trade the Big Apple for the city of brotherly love? Speaking of Philly icons, let's talk about Sly Stallone. Just like Rocky Balboa, his love for the Eagles is a total underdog story. Get this, teenage Stallone actually dreamed of being an NFL player after watching his hero Timmy Brown score touchdowns. But in true Rocky style, he admits he was missing one tiny detail, talent. How relatable is that? Now he's one of the team's biggest superfans, and honestly, who better to rep the Eagles than Rocky himself? I mean, both Rocky and the Eagles are all about that fighting spirit that makes Philly. Well, Philly. And when Sly says he's got the Eagles bug, you know he means business. OMG. Wait until you hear about Will Smith's Eagles house rules. So, the Fresh Prince takes his Eagles loyalty so seriously, he's literally made his house a Ravens-free zone. Even when his own mother-in-law wanted to cheer for Baltimore. Like, imagine telling your MIL she can't root for her team in your house. But that's Will for you. When it comes to the Eagles, there's no compromise. He straight up told everyone, fly Eagles fly in this household. And honestly, who hasn't wanted to make that rule in their own home during game day? Now that's what I call keeping it real. Philly style. Y'all, Tina Fey doesn't just love the Eagles. She puts that Philly pride right into her work. Remember her character Liz Lemon on 30 Rock? Total Eagles fan, just like Tina. But here's the best part. She took her Eagles spirit to SNL and gave us that iconic Revolutionary War sketch before the 2018 Super Bowl. Picture this. Tina, dressed as a colonial Philly girl, throwing shade at New England Patriots. Like, who else would turn the American Revolution into Eagles versus Patriots drama? That's the kind of creative superfan energy we live for. Born in the Philly suburbs, she's proving you can take the girl out of Philly, but you can't take the Philly out of the girl. Let's talk about the Eagles family tradition with Kevin Bacon and Ryan Phillippe. These guys aren't just fans, they're carrying on a legacy. Kevin's so Philly, he helped create "It's a Philly Thing," which became the team's actual motto. But wait until you hear Ryan's story. It'll melt your heart. He watched Eagles games with his dad growing up in Delaware, and now he's doing the same thing with his son Deacon. Even his daughter Ava gets in on the action sometimes. It's like this beautiful father-child tradition being passed down through generations. As Ryan says, the Eagles are in my blood, from one generation to the next. Isn't that what being a true fan is all about? But wait, there's more tea to spill about these celebrity Eagles superfans. Did you know Bradley Cooper actually narrated the Eagles hype video for their 2018 Super Bowl run? Talk about using that Oscar-nominated voice for something meaningful. And get this, when Kevin Hart tried to get on that Super Bowl stage in 2018, he later admitted he was a little tipsy and security literally had to stop him. Even celebrities get carried away with Eagles fever. Here's something wild. Tina Fey once said in an interview that she judges other comedians based on their football team loyalty. Like, if you're from Philly but don't support the Eagles, she's giving you the side eye. And speaking of loyalty, Will Smith actually delayed a movie premiere once just so he wouldn't miss a crucial Eagles game. Now that's what I call priorities. And here's a fun fact that'll blow your mind. Ryan Phillippe's son Deacon has never missed watching a single Eagles game with his dad since he was 7 years old. They even have a special father-son handshake they do every time the Eagles score. Meanwhile, Kevin Bacon keeps his Eagles memorabilia in his Manhattan apartment just to remind his New York neighbors who he's really rooting for. These celebs aren't just fans. They're proving that Eagles Nation is the most passionate fan base in the NFL. I mean, where else do you see this many A-listers staying true to their hometown team through thick and thin? Alright fam, now you know which A-listers are bleeding green. From Bradley Cooper in the owner's box to Kevin Hart trying to crash celebrations and Will Smith making those iconic house rules. These celebs are proving Eagles Nation is one big family. And speaking of tonight's game, I'm calling it right now. Eagles are taking this one home, and you better believe these stars will be going crazy when it happens. Kevin Hart might finally get his trophy moment, and Miles Teller might have some awkward conversations with Travis Kelce tomorrow. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications for Tell It All, because we've got more juicy celebrity tea coming your way. Drop an eagle emoji in the comments if you're watching the game tonight, and let me know which celeb fan story surprised you the most. Until next time, keep it real and fly, Eagles fly.